we have founder of Social Snowball, Noah Tucker, the one and only, coming to us now. Built an incredible tool for the affiliate space. Has been acquired. Has been acquired. And
Yeah.
One would hope that he has trekked across the earth a little bit. I'd like to know actually about his travels. And you know, one would also hope that he got the giantest bag on earth for what he has built. And he comes to us right now. Everybody, welcome to the show, Noah Tucker. Get inside of here, Noah. Get in here, brother. There
what
he
a welcome,
is.
bro. I'm smiling so hard.
Are you in Ibiza? Where are you calling in from? What's going on?
I'm in LA. In LA.
In
Okay.
LA. In LA,
Okay.
a little less exotic than Tahiti,
Yeah.
but
Little
we'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
No,
100%.
brother, you have got to tell us, man. Give us a little background. Give us a little background for those who don't know. Man, give us process on building Social Snowball, getting to the acquisition, and then now, what have you been doing and where have you been? I hope you took some time off. I hope you've been trekking around the earth a little bit. Give us a little backstory on everything that's happened thus far.
It's funny actually because I built Social Snowball while working remote and traveling a ton.
Really?
I did, yeah. So I actually built Social Snowball out of many different countries all over the world. And the first thing that I did when I sold it is bought a house and stopped traveling.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
I did the opposite.
Yeah. That's
hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I did take a tiny bit of time off, like a week or something, but I'm still on. I'm still on board. There's a lot more work to do, so I'm still here making stuff happen.
There's things to be done. There's things to be done, man. That's incredible. One of the common things that I would say you've got to have a lot of thoughts about, I would imagine. Man, we keep hearing it again and again, Noah. People referring to the Hudson method, Hudson being a founder
Yes.
of Comfort, and deploying an army of creators and affiliates and all of the things to create a blitzkrieg on social media to sell your various wares. I mean, Noah, give us your thoughts on this. I mean, this seems to be like probably the path forward.
This is what's happening now. This is what brands are doing. They're diversifying so hard off of just paid ads now. So, I mean, Hudson executed this and continues to execute this on an absolutely disgusting level. But we have 3,000 brands on Social Snowball. This is something that brands are doing. They're taking it seriously.
Yeah.
I see Grüns behind that cowboy hat. They're a customer of ours. They have a crazy social strategy, influencer strategy. Brands are doing this. They're treating influencers as a performance channel. It's not just a way to build brand awareness and then retarget those people with paid ads and then try to drive sales later on. The influencers are driving the sales themselves. That's the shift. And the brands that are on top of it, Comfort, Grüns, they're the ones we're talking about every day. They're the ones that are crushing.
I love it.
So we recently had Jordan West on the show, and he was talking about partnership ads, and he made the bold statement that he said basically 100% of your ads should be partnership ads.
He did say that.
Do you agree with that? Do you think brands should just blanket partnership ads throughout the whole entire ad manager and just rock and roll with it? Or how are you thinking about that?
I mean, I'd say it should be a huge part of it. I don't know if I'm first enough in meta ads in general to say it should be all of it, because I'm sure there's lots of things that work, but partnership ads really work. So yes, absolutely. It should be a huge part of the mix. The whole thing, maybe. I mean, obviously if some people are saying that, then it's working, but I mean, it works. It works really, really well. And I think consumers just appreciate the authenticity that comes along with it, and throwing spend behind that is, I mean, it's a great strategy.
Yeah.
Noah, when I was earlier years, let's call it, I guess, a couple of years ago now, when we were at Bruce Bolt, affiliates were a big part of really getting the ball moving on the entire brand, at the time, it's a baseball brand. And so one of our little secrets was, all these Facebook groups filled with travel ball moms. And, I mean, it's like a gold mine. It's like a gold mine. But, at the time, the thought was just like, eventually it's like, well, that was good at the beginning. But paid ads are cranking now, and let's just focus elsewhere. But I think you are totally right, and I love this thought about influencers, affiliates, creators as a performance channel.
Yes.
And this is totally new, and I think that, as you know, Meta sometimes it trips out. People have a little more trouble there. CPMs get more expensive. This is something that I think everybody should be thinking about, and
Absolutely.
not just think about, but diving headlong into. You know, creators, influencers, affiliates as a performance channel.
Yes.
This is really
Yes.
compelling, Noah.
Yes. I mean, look at TikTok Shop, right? TikTok Shop obviously took over the space and everyone's trying to invest in TikTok Shop. What is TikTok Shop? What is it? It's influencers. Well, how do you pay them? Based on how many sales they drive. Influencers as a performance channel. TikTok came and said, if you want to partner with creators on TikTok and you want to do it the right way, you want to do it how TikTok recommends, there's only one way to do it. You pay them as an affiliate and you pay them on a performance basis. And then all of a sudden, when you know, as an influencer manager working for a brand, you're like, oh, this is great. The incentives are aligned. I'm only paying these creators when they're driving sales. It's also doing all the great, you know, halo effects of driving awareness and everything, but it's driving sales and that's what we're paying them off of. Then as an influencer manager, now you know it's time to log into Instagram and pay out your Instagram influencers. And they're like, wait a second, how come we're paying these influencers $10,000 for a post and not tracking anything? Whereas on TikTok, it's all performance based and we're only paying when they're driving revenue. So the shift is now starting to move over to other channels because it just makes more sense. On Instagram now, it's, you know, brands are doing the same thing. And obviously this is what brands are using Social Snowball for. We power all of that. So we get to see it every day. And it's absolutely a shift that's happening.
Yeah, need some practical handles to enter into that. I mean, that's why what you guys do is so compelling.
No, I mean, you famously talk about the fact that early on in the early days, you were rejected by VCs, by traditional VCs. And you've basically said that was the best thing that's ever happened to us. How has being rejected early on by those VCs changed the way that you have built that company moving forward? And, you know, now you're sitting a big old exit and it's kind of the best decision ever. How did that change how you built the company?
I mean, at the time, I had no idea what I was doing, right? I was a new founder just figuring stuff out. And I see all these other software companies at my stage. What do? They raise a round and then they try to raise another round after. And I was like, oh, I guess that's what companies in my space do. Yeah, I should do it too. And it was a time where we had some initial growth and then we kind of plateaued. So we had some like initial traction, some brands were using us, we were making money, but then we couldn't really break out of that plateau and the growth was flat. So I was like, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll raise a round, I'll build a bigger team, we'll scale up everything, product, marketing, sales, everything, and then that'll turn into revenue. And so I went for that. I fully went for that. And I talked to almost every, if not every single relevant VC in this space that writes checks into e-com software. And, you know, a lot of them just weren't interested at all. I don't think I was the founder at the time that was ready to like talk to VCs. Like I was just a kid. Like they were like, who is this kid? Like, who is this kid? And they would ask me what my numbers are. I didn't even really know. Like I remember when one investor said, well, what's your churn rate? And I had no idea. There wasn't even really an easy way to track it back then. And so I had to I remember I manually looked at, I picked like a 3-month period and I manually looked at every single transaction with a calculator and manually tried to see when customers.
Let's go, Noah. Let's go, baby.
Oh my gosh.
At the time. And so I just wasn't ready for it. And so obviously that all, you know, at some point translated into a rejection from each VC. Some of them we made it pretty far along with. I think, you know, towards the later end of those conversations, I had a better idea of how to handle those conversations, but I still was a complete novice. And so everything turned into a rejection. And, you know, at the time I was like, all right, well, I mean, we're going to obviously keep going. We have traction. Customers are happy. We know the direction we want to go. We're just going to do it the slow and steady way. And within a few months of that, we broke out of that plateau and we were able to keep growing. And we made a big pivot towards upmarket and working with bigger brands, which is something that we, you know, continue to do today. And so I always say it's a blessing because if we did take on that round, and even if one VC was like, you know what, we'll take a bet on this kid, even if just one VC did that, we'd be stuck on this venture treadmill where we'd have to, you know, give up a board seat, get approvals from them, and then, you know, eventually try to most likely raise another round is what they'd expect us to do.
Absolutely.
Which basically makes it so that an exit is almost impossible unless we hit crazy big numbers, which is awesome. But like, you know, what is crazy big? Because for a first-time founder who wants to, you know, secure life-changing money, that's one number. And for a VC who's just looking at a spreadsheet and placing these bets, it's a different number. And, you know, when those goals are misaligned, that's where it creates like these really negative stories that you hear about. And so, for me, it worked out great because we got to scale Social Snowball really, really well. I got to exit without anyone's approval, and I didn't have to dilute any equity to get there. So, it just turned out to be exactly what, my path should be. But at the time, obviously, I was like, damn, nobody believes in me.
Well, I think that founders in the agency space, in the software space for sure, and on the brand side of D2C can, I think they can that echoes with them, because everybody feels this way. And there's been many times I've been working on stuff and like, what's your numbers? I'm like, I don't know. I'm busy. I'm too busy. I'm living on vibes right now. I'm not sure, but I know I got a lot of stuff to do, and I'm very busy right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me this. Right now, of course, we know like the big boys, who are utilizing exactly what you guys empower and what you've spent your, past several years focusing on building with affiliates and creators, etc. I mean, we know the big boys like Grüns and, the Comforts of the world. And is there anybody that you're aware of that you feel like is really crushing on this, that more people should take note of, more people should see, more people should be aware of, give them their flowers? I'm just filling in more words as you consider this, Noah, because I know I'm surprising you. I
don't want to name a brand that we all know of. That's another, obviously Grüns did a great job, still does a great job. I'm trying to think like what's like a sleeper one. Have you guys, you guys know the Pod Company, right?
No.
The ice baths?
Yes, totally. They did. Yeah. Oh, that's such a
good brand in general. Like they crush on a lot of things. But I know they do a lot of smart things with affiliates, and I think a lot of brands just don't go for the low-hanging fruit. Like a lot of brands will just set up the basics. They'll build an affiliate program. They'll set up the incentive structure. They'll set up a few emails. After someone enrolls, they'll have the application form on their website. They'll send the payouts once a week, and then they'll be like, okay, we have a program and it's done. What a lot of brands are doing that I think is really smart, Pod Company included, is they're doing a lot of creative campaigns on a recurring basis to keep affiliates engaged long term. It's a shift of focus from just how many creators can we get in this program, because you see Hudson, you see Comfort, and they're like, oh, they have thousands and thousands of creators, like we just need as many creators as possible, and then it's solved. It's like, well, no, you do need a lot of creators and you do want to scale that, but you also need to focus on creator retention, keeping creators engaged with your brand.
Totally.
Everyone is going to be reaching out to these creators and trying to steal them. How do you keep them continuing to post about your products and your brand?
Yeah.
In the long term, not just one post, one collab, and then it's over. Not just, they'll post a story every here and there when they remember, but how do you keep them actively engaged posting? And so I've seen a lot of brands do smart things to incentivize this. One of them being like, a recurring campaign. So they'll do a campaign where it's like every affiliate who posts about this specific product and uses this link or within this time frame, or posts about it with this angle, for example, like even giving them a little bit of direction on the content, is going to be entered into a giveaway this month. And the giveaway is $10,000 or free product or whatever it is. And there's so many creative things you could do with that. That's just one example. You could, it doesn't have to be a giveaway. It could just be like a bonus if you hit a certain milestone of how many referrals you drive this month. Everyone who drives over 20 referrals this month is going to get this bonus. So it just things like that. If you're constantly in communication with the affiliates about things that are new and exciting, it keeps your brand top of mind. And you could automate a lot of this. Like you could like, it's easy. I mean, in Social Snowball, obviously it's easy to create like milestones where if an affiliate hits a certain amount of referred revenue or a certain amount of referred sales, or, posts a certain amount of times and tags you, that could trigger an email through Klaviyo, or it could trigger like a new reward through our system where it like sends them, a new gift just for hitting that, or it increases their commission by 5% moving forward. And then you could keep them excited about hitting that next milestone. So instead of just getting enrolled in a program that's kind of just flat and they know, I'll get, 15% or whatever, and that's just how it is. This keeps them always chasing the next milestone. And then you also hit them with these campaigns where it's like, oh, just for this month, everyone who does this gets entered in this giveaway. It just keeps you top of mind. So that's what I think brands need to focus on more. I think a lot of brands have adapted. Hopefully by now, a lot of brands have adopted the mentality of creators performance channel. but it's not just about getting as many creators into that channel as possible. It's about retaining them and keeping your brand top of mind.
Keeping them.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's incredible, man. Tell me this, Noah. Let's take me back. I'm going to put you back in my shoes. I'm going to pretend we're 4 years ago, maybe. And I am a one-man marketing team at a fast growing company. We've got a little bit of PMF, we wouldn't be growing if we didn't. Right. But I'm a one-man marketing team, and I want to leverage affiliates, but I'm busy, and I need some handles. I need some help. Brother, what do I do? I mean, what would you say? 1, 2, 3. What should I be doing? Low-hanging fruit, more low-hanging fruit that can ease me into hopefully becoming Hudson someday.
So the first thing, I mean, I'm going to assume that you don't have budget to outsource this and hire a freelancer or agency. Because if
probably not.
If you do, there's some great ones. And that's like what I would say. But regardless, even if you do or do not, there's one program type that kind of does run itself. And it's more of just like you set it up and you set up the incentives. You could even set up tiers and milestones like we were talking about before. And then it for the most part runs on its own. To the biggest extent that's possible with something that involves relationships, this kind of runs on its own. And it's a customer affiliate program, turning your customers into affiliates and making it really easy and really heavily incentivizing them to refer their friends or family or network, or even some of your customers might have followings on social media. Just getting customers into a program is really set and forget it. And what you can do is basically set up a widget on your order confirmation page as well as in your post-purchase email flow that will invite everyone to join the program and create a link for them to share automatically. So every customer will just get their affiliate link or code, and they could share it right from the order confirmation page when they're excited about their purchase. And in the post-purchase emails, you could be strategic about when you remind them about the program and about their link as well. So you could have all customers enroll in that. You could have a little form on your website as well that says like refer a friend and get rewards. And then instead of it just being some boring give 5, get 5, coupon points incentives, you can really treat them as affiliates and pay them in cash. And like Social Snowball makes this easy, but it's not difficult to do at this point. Paying out in cash can be mostly automated, and there's a lot of platforms like us that make that as easy as it can ever be. And you pay them out in cash, and then you also create these tiered rewards. So now even your customers, forget about your influencers, now your customers are chasing that next milestone. When your customer refers their 5th friend, they're going to get another gift shipped to them automatically. When they refer their 10th friend, they're going to now be graduated into the influencer program where they get 20% commission instead of 10% or whatever it was. So there's all these different milestones you could have your customers chase as well. And again, it's treating it as a performance channel. It's not just refer one friend and get one coupon. It's refer as many people as you could possibly figure out to do. And the more of those that you bring in, the bigger of incentives you'll be able to unlock.
I love it. I love it.
Incredible.
This is something everybody should be unlocking their customers.
100%.
Everybody should be. It doesn't matter how busy you are. Everybody needs to be unlocking their customers and turning them into an army, a performance channel, one might say. I mean, is that fair, Noah? A performance channel.
That is the fairest thing I've ever heard.
That's incredible, man. Well, brother, we appreciate you making the time and joining us. I mean, tell us, now that we're, your global trekking days are done, are you going to stay settled down forever, or do you find yourself?
No, I'm still traveling. I'm just traveling less. Instead of doing small trips, now I'm doing like 3 months here, 3 months there. So I can be a little bit more like in a routine, calm. I have like really good friends in South Africa. And so I spend a lot of time in Cape Town. Here in LA, my wife's family is in Dubai and Turkey, so I'm going there all the time. So I'm still moving around, but it's like a little bit more calm now,
Let's go.
Well, we whenever you make your way to Austin, Texas, or to Charlotte, North Carolina, we gotta have you, and we gotta have you back next time IRL in real life. Absolutely. How about that, Noah?
That'd be fantastic. Bro,
we appreciate you making the time and joining us.
I was there not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have you back. No, we appreciate you joining us. We look forward to having you again, man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys.